Guys, this is Constance with Charming Custom Crafts, and if you've been following me on Facebook, I'm also on Instagram and here on YouTube. I share things every day on my Facebook page, whether it's by me or by somebody else. I always encourage other people to join in and be highlighted, or just post anytime, whether or not there's a sale, something you want to share, something you made. You know, if you have an Etsy store, I don't care, as long as, you know, I prefer to put a lot of the sales stuff on the market page. But anyway, I have these cards, and you guys all know this big name brand. If you collect stamps, then you know I sold all of my stamps to this collection except the words, I think. But anyway, I stamped a lot of them off, and that's generally what I do with some of the stamps. If not, I'll just stamp a couple. Because I have so many, and I have a stack about this wide of all the stamps I've had and sold. But anymore, it doesn't really matter. I know a lot of people think that, you know, using special kind of paper for stamping is a big deal. I don't. And they say, oh, well, you know, it won't bleed that way, or if you use cheap paper, or if you print it off. No, to me, my experience, it doesn't matter which way, but the one thing I do say, that whether you stamp it off or print it off, let it sit for 5 days and cure. And it doesn't matter what kind of marker, in my opinion. All markers will bleed if you don't know what you're doing. And even that, it's not so much that as the fact that you may leave your line there too long. It's kind of like a watercolor effect. Anyway, so this is for the 24th. This was for Thanksgiving Day. And again, you guys know I'm already kicking off my Christmas cards and trying to blend them in. This is a twinsy card. I have 2 of them, but just slightly separate. These are super cute, and I'm trying to remember what I call them. I'm going to call them Merry Mousemas. I think it's what I'm going to call these. I don't know if I really had. We'll just call them Merry Mousemas. Mousemas, yeah. So these are really cute. These are gatefold cards. These are both them. Aren't they cute? I used the one at the sock stocking underneath the tree with the light bulb, and I'm going to explain both of them. They're basically the same, but they are colored slightly different. So what I did is I used a basic paper with a snowflake print and used that. On the back I put a ribbon. Now this is where all tied up comes up. And I learned how to do these particular ribbons, or these bows, so I'm pretty happy about that. So then I used these felt ornaments that were super cute. And see, it has a little bow or button on that that's also tied. And then on the front I used a little bit of a felt, and these are tied up with thread. And then there's threading here, so it's all there. So what I did is, and I'll show you the difference between how I colored both of them. But this one has a yellow light bulb. I used 3 shades. Now I use Prismacolor, okay? I have had Copic, or Copic, however you guys want to call it. I personally not a big fan of them, especially because of the price. But Prismacolors to me work better for me, and you can change out the tips. They come in from slim to, you know, wide, so it really doesn't matter to me to a point. I also have the Spectrum Noirs. Those are the ones I travel with when I'm like going somewhere and I'm not driving. I color, but when I sit down like I did these custom. And what I did on the inside, of course I put this on this side. I did glossy this and light bulb, but I used 3 different colors on here and 4 colors on the stocking itself. Now if you see, you can see my little miceys. They have a little pink on the nose and in the ears a little bit. This is a darker shade. Yeah, it's stamped there, but I did go a little darker here and a little lighter here. Went back in with just a little bit of the white gel pen. I used 3 shades on the needles of the pine tree. And then of course there's like 3 colors here on the light bulb base. And then again I went in and slowly highlighted just a little bit with a white pen, just not a lot. This is double matted on that image. If you open it up, you can see there's another felt tree here, and then I took a square and then put another square, and then I edged it with what I have left. This is the opposite side of the glitter paper. Now if you can see up here, this is where Merry Mousemas, yeah, Merry Mousemas. And if you see, I did a yellow Christmas bulb here with the base of it here and left it blank because it goes with this one. And there'll be a place for you to either write here or here. You can put a picture here. But like I said, the felt piece here is also tied together and and sewn. So that all goes together. So that is that one, and I'm going to show you the other one. It's slightly different, and I'll show you the color comparisons next to each other shortly. Now these colors are done differently. I mean, they are the same colors, but they are slightly different on how I colored them. And I'll explain that here in a minute, but I also put 3 shades of red over here and then glossied that. I did put glitter a little bit on both of the bulbs. This has the clear glitter, and this one has, I think it's called the Fireball or Fire something other with Ranger. I don't generally use color glitter glue except usually around Christmas, but you know, it's not rule of thumb there. Then I have my little mice. I use 4 shades to get my mice right, because if you can look really close, you can see that it starts out different colors all the way up. And they're blended really well to where you can't tell. But then I went back in with the white gel. And this has got one good darker shade here. And I put just a slight bit of pink into their noses and ears. And again, different colors. This is more, I'll get back to that. Then you have the poinsettia here that actually turns a little bit. And it is also sewn in. And I have the bow here. The back is similar. If you look, the ornaments are slightly different, but both of them have buttons that are sewn, and then the felt that's sewn around it. They are pop dotted. Again, both are gatefold. And on the inside, there is a big double colored snowflakes that matches with the colors on the front, and it's sewed all the way around. And then the button is sewn in. But if you'll see, the ornament or the Christmas bulb here is red to match the image here. And then the green, it all coordinates together on color-wise. So I wanted to show you, obviously the felt stickers that are sewn with buttons and sewn are different. But if you look here, and I'm going to try to get them next to each other so you can see them better. I don't know who's getting these. Let's see if I can get them closer here. It's a little bit harder. Let me see if I can get it. Alright, so if you look at them, I obviously did the little brown mice here and then the little gray mice up here. But if you look, let me see if I can put it this way. This one I left a little more open gaps with different colors. You can see here where I went in more with the darker shades on the side. It just depends on how you want to light it and how you want to shade it. This one to a point has a lighter shade. In certain areas it's lighter, like the sun or the light's reflecting more off of it. And this is more of a basic light effect, but this is like something directly going on it, and this one's more like a side shading. So, and then again, the mice are slightly different. The color in the ears and nose is different. The bulb base is different, and if you look, the colors are different. This is more of a really hunter green, and this is more, well, this is more hunter green, and then more of a pine one that you would think of. So I wanted to show you my twinsies Merry Mousemas twin gatefold cards, and this is for the 24th, which was Thanksgiving 2016, for All Tied Up. Bye guys, enjoy the pictures.